my stamping friends. This is Oksana from funstamper.com. Today is Wednesday, 6 p.m. and we are ready for our Funky Wednesday Facebook Live. Let me open you guys on iPad so you could see. If you're there, leave me a comment. And we will get started. I have a really fun card for you today. We're gonna make that and we're gonna talk what's new. And the cards I actually came across a couple days ago, and you probably know how I like some unusual folds. So this is a pop-up card, pretty easy to make. So this is how it's look like. So when it stands on its own, but you could see how kind of 3D dimensional it is. It has little tube on the back, but when you fold it, it folds flat for mailing. So it folds absolutely flat. So this is what we're gonna make. Isn't that fun? And I did create few more. This still needs some work. I was just practicing the mechanism itself with the ice cream in preparation for my class. And here is another one. Yeah, and it's when it stands, it's like has really a lot of dimensions. So kind of like a centerpiece, really pretty. All right, so let's talk a little bit what's new. I woke up today to the news of Stampin' Up! That they added additional items to the celebration. So now you could earn even more items with your order. All the items are current merchandise, but it's definitely caught my eye some punches and Enjoy the Journey DSP. All those items with $50 order. If you run out of options or if you don't like any of those, now you have additional options. And with $100 order, they actually offer Eden Garden bundle. That bundle is awesome, especially dies. So just keep an eye on that. All right, so let's get started. You ready? We will, for this card, so actually the essential of this card to make it, what I learned from some videos, you probably could cut it, but it's getting too complicated. So your rectangle stitch dies, and this is one of my most used dies. This is what is the magic. So it's much easier with those, and this is what I'm gonna use. Let me get my cheat sheet. So those kind of nested rectangles, and some of my tape, and I'll show you why in a second. But if you count from a big one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you go this way. We're not gonna use those, but this one. So we will need to use number 2, not the biggest one, but number 2, number 3. We skip 4 and do 5 and 6. So actually 2 and 6 we're gonna use together, and I'll show you why I taped in a second, because I was already cutting and they position perfectly. So you will take 2 and 6 and 3 and 5. See, like those? And you could individually place them and kind of find the center. I took some tape and kind of put them together. So this way I could cut multiples and kind of move it and don't worry about placement. So I really kind of like to work with dies, especially if I cut the frames. So, so this is what we're gonna work with. So those 2 dies. So let's, actually we're gonna create card. I don't even have a prototype today. See what we could come up with. So what we need for this card, we will need some cardstock, and I choose Balmy Blue. So this is your regular 8.5 by 5.5, square and a half. Then we will need to have quarter sheet of paper, could be a little bit smaller, just for die cutting. And then we will need a piece of DSP that measures 4 by 5.25. So just normal DSP when you're gonna be mounting. This is what you're gonna use. Then we will take this DSP and we will take the smaller set of the dies, those kind of skinnier, and you want to center it because we're gonna use all the pieces. We're gonna use this. Technically we could use this one, but for me it's this card. We're gonna crank it through, so imagine magic of the video, and you're gonna have 3 pieces. And now you could technically layer them to the cardstock, and you know how people used to create those 3 type of cards. So this way you don't need to waste it. So this is a cardstock, or this is DSP. And then we will take the biggest one and we will position and die cut. So we only need that frame. Everything else is not needed. So here is a frame. Okay, so that's this piece. Then we will need few additional supplies. So for additional supplies, I chose to have my insert white to stamp a sentiment, and it's measured 2 3/4 by 2.5. All measurement, don't worry, gonna be posted later after my video is done. And another piece to make a mechanism, we need a piece 6 inches tall and 1/7/8. So this is kind of to make our mechanism, and we will do a little bit of scoring. Let's get our scoring tool. And technically we need 2 pieces 3 inches by 1/7/8, but if you have one long piece, it's easier for you to score. Let's see in which way it's gonna be easier. And this is how measurement goes. I'll probably will try to do it with half, but it may not fold exactly. So it seems like this is the optimal one. And we're gonna score every 3/8 inches. So see those little tick marks, 1, 2. So we're gonna score every 3rd one. So this is 3/8, and then we put 1, 2, and then 3/4, 1, 2, 1, 1/8, and then 1, 2, 3, and it's 1.5. So that's all for scoring. And we will need to cut it in half. Then we'll do some gluing, and I'll show you the base of mechanism. After you kind of master the mechanism, it's pretty easy to do. What I discovered after practicing this fold, that I like to use the same designer paper. You could use anything kind of other ones, or you could probably use cardstock, but cardstock a little bit more heavier to fold. And I like to use the same pattern. It just, in my opinion, look cleaner. So what we're gonna do with that one, and yeah, let's just use this one. So nicely fold all the score lines. They all exactly the same. I hope you had a nice weekend, and half week almost gone. We still have Thursday and Friday and weekend again. Yeah, I had a wonderful weekend celebrating with my family, my son's birthday. I just came home, didn't want to do much when we came, and then this week was really, really busy. So tear tape, you could probably use wet glue or Seal Plus. For this one, I'm preferring to use strong adhesive. Tear tape is my choice. And I'm gonna do it like that. Remove one. And we're gonna, because it's all the same size, you just kind of fold, so you don't really even need to. So this is like little tube. We're gonna do exactly the same. So let's just do basic gluing, and we will need to do some stamping. We didn't do a very good job centering it, but oh well, this is how it's gonna be. Yeah, when you're gonna be cutting, take your time to make sure everything kind of centered nicely. So we're gonna glue it here. And then we're gonna glue this frame. You could probably use different papers in your cardstock, but we're just going for monochromatic look. Okay. So I'm gonna do that one. So we did our basic fold, and I wanted to glue my white piece before I'm gonna assemble in the center. So let's just do a little stamping of the greeting. We're gonna use Share a Milkshake. This is really cool bundle, fun to play, whimsical fonts, whimsical images. I'm actually holding a class this weekend where we're gonna make 4 cards and a box, and who knows, maybe some little bit extra. Let's just use this sentiment. Say, you are the cherry on top, and I will choose to stamp it in Sweet Sorbet. Fun red. And we kind of stamp it in the center towards the right. All right, so let's glue this one. And we will be ready to do our mechanism. Excited to show you. All right, cool. So for the mechanism, kind of like where my seam is, to put it down, and we're still using tear tape. I'm gonna put on 2, gonna work on them 2 together at the same time. That fold is super easy to do, and I think this is what is make card pretty. You don't even need to have much decoration because paper is doing the job. And as you could see, you don't really use that much paper, just standard size of designer paper. You know, technically you could glue this piece inside and it's gonna work, and kind of stamp it or something like that. I just chose not to use it. So with that sticky on the side, I wanted to glue it exactly toward my seam. Yeah, so it fits exactly perfectly. And I'm gonna do exactly the same on the other side. Whatever is your designer paper ends, this is where you're gonna glue it. Isn't that fun? Little tubes. And now I'm gonna, on top, I'm gonna apply, and you could kind of train it to go both ways. And I'm gonna apply tear tape on top, and we're gonna repeat with one more card, maybe a little bit slower. And I also wanted to try different orientation. I only try to go landscape. So I wanted to try portrait to see. It should work and should be the same. I just wonder how it's gonna look. So we're gonna remove a tear tape. I'm a little bit off center with that piece, but it's okay. It should work. right? And you kind of bend it to the same side. You position it like so, kind of aligning with one of the sides. Let's see, I didn't do straight. Can I save it? Need to stand up to center it. I could still save it. I need to stand up, don't see it straight. Yeah, you want to kind of in the center to make sure. That's it. And then when you put it back, it stands. See how fun? And this is what I was saying with the same designer paper, kind of has that more finished look. Okay, let's decorate. Let's do a little bit that ice cream stamping, and we'll see what will it's really easy. I mean, it's super easy. That card, I mean, I did see some videos, people kind of explaining, but then I try and actually folding everything. It makes things really super simple. Let's do little stamping. I will use the same stamp set, and I will do a couple images. So because we're saying you're a cherry on top, we need to have cherry, right? Oh, thank you so much for your hearts. I'm gonna stamp little cherry. We're gonna use that stamp this weekend, so I will show you a little sneak peek for the class in a little bit. It's really cute. I like it. Every time I kind of I like it, and then when I start to play, it just always blows my mind, you know, what Stampin' Up have it in store for us, kind of what's the vision, because sometimes you don't see it. So the ice cream, I'm gonna stamp full strength and light. I don't want that artificial one, kind of go for sorbet, I guess. Less calories, right? So, and I'll need those 3 images. We're gonna die cut. And that dice actually do a lot of cool things. And then my favorite one, I'll show you why we did this one. Look at that. So this is a die cut. It's like a cone, like an ice cream cone. 0 calories. We could have many of those. You could kind of fold it. And look, and you have such a perfect cone. And I did pre-cut everything, so you're not staying here and waiting. I'll pre-cut some images, we'll see what we're gonna use. Come on. So this one, because I wanted to do that big scoop. What is fun with that, see how it's also cut a slit? So with that slit, you could put a straw, you could put a spoon. Look how fun. See that? Yeah, it's super fun. But if I'm gonna put it like that, it almost look like it's empty. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do like second scoop. I'm gonna go ahead and glue that first scoop kind of here. And I'm gonna glue my cone shut. Should have scooch my scoop a little bit down. I know better than that. Hold on. All right. Let's glue our spoon. I cut it from silver foil. There's a little spoon to stamp, also super cute. It's really fun stamp set. Let's add our fudge with them. Oh, no, well, we're not doing fudge yet. Hold on, I'm going ahead of myself. So we're gonna add those. Little scoop. Look how cute. And also that image has little fudge. Look how fun. I know it fits, but like so. All right, let's just do little fudge and we put cherry on top. Just so fun to build those ice creams. Makes me hungry. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? If you're right now gonna go to the store, what will you pick? I don't know. I actually like some gelatos and some kind of like tiramisu. I don't know. Okay. So like this is my vision to put this one here. Let's see, maybe we'll add some ribbon or something. No. Girl need to have bling, girl need to have ribbon. This is kind of my motto. Well, let's just do that. So at this point, after you master that fold, then you could just think how to decorate. I think flowers always the easiest way for me. Put a flower, put a sentiment, and you're done. All right, cool. Choices, right? Okay. I will practice with adding more to this fold and kind of come up with a perfect card. But right now we just demonstrate what to do and how to make this fold. Okay, let's put 2 dimensionals. I actually need quite a few cards. I'll need to play with this ribbon a little bit more, but I'll just add a couple of the hearts to the side. It also comes in a dice. What do you think? I don't know. Let's add cards and then we'll talk about it. That's the process, right? It's easy when you have cards, but it's always take me a little bit to tweak my designs. Okay. And what else we need? What girl need? We need a ribbon and we need a bling. Let's find some bling and card number 1 will be done. And I'm using this festive. And because we use some silver, I'm just gonna add a few of those inside. Voila! All right, look at that. What do you think about this fold? Fun. It looks really cool when it stands. I really like it. All right, let's do card number 2. I have everything pre-cut for you. I really need to be done today quick because I still have to score and cut for my class. So card number 2, I did all. This is my first one. I really like the soft look. Same all the images from this stamp set, and this is Denti Design paper. It's free with $100 orders. A lot of paper. I use it for my class. I really like that. So then I was thinking, how this card will look. I wanted it to stand like that, and pop up will be on top. So I did pre-cut some of my favorite paper. I'm obsessed with that paper, I'm telling you. That favorite flowers, I just love it. I'm sorry, ladies, if you don't like it, but I do. So, the same way, we die cut 3 pieces. That piece could go inside. Gonna be reject for now. And let's start gluing. I also cut the partial paper, flower from that paper, so I wanted to go, you know, this direction. So everything is from a paper. And we're gonna adhere our frame. So the same, we use frame number 2, 3, 5, and 6. I will post images tomorrow on my blog, and today, after I finish the video, I will add some description here. So we glue that. I just like this design with softer colors. So I never pair this paper with black. So all the time it's with a fresh freesia or a petal pink. I think it's really nice and soft. So we're gonna glue this one. So let's do some sentiment. And what do I have on my table? Thank you. You matter to so many. I want something goes this way. May the good you do come back to you, like that. And we're gonna use another my favorite color. I don't know if it's gonna retire. I'll be devastated. We're gonna use Evening Evergreen, and we're gonna stamp towards the top, and it's due to retire end of April. Just my natural color. Again, I don't really use much like black, so anything with the lighter colors, kind of either dark gray or dark brown. Okay, so we do this as we did before. It's already pretty, right? So I did exactly the same scoring. So 2 pieces, 3 by 1/7/8, scored every 3/8 of the inch. We're gonna go ahead and fold it. I'll show you later on some other cards I made with the different ones. And I like when I show my ladies how to make those folds in person. So I think maybe for our creative escape, for my big retreat at the end of the month, we may use this fold. We'll see. I'm still designing for that one. Luckily, unfortunately, I don't know how to put that, but so I'm hosting my big event, and it's sold out. So I actually didn't even email invitation. I posted on Facebook and told ladies, and some people follow me on Eventbrite. So in pretty much one day, everything was filled. Do have wait list in case something come available. And at this point, I'm not planning to offer to go. It's a lot of work with a pillow gift. So we're gonna make like 10 plus projects, cards, home decor. I do 3 pillow gifts, little goodie bag full of products. We eat lunch. We have a lot of fun. So it's my really popular event. And last year I only did one. Yes, I have my family here and some issues, but normally I plan to do it every 4 months. So stay tuned for next one, and I'm possibly will be releasing shorter version of that, kind of like a class, but stay tuned, I will let you know. So I just kind of fold it, make a tube, little tube, 3/8 of the inch. So the same, I put it, tear tape, and then I use those cutouts as a guide, like so, on top. And we're gonna do this one. And we're gonna put it down. Something stuck. Let's see what I messed up. Okay. So here, little tubes, right? Instead of going this way, let's go this way. And we're gonna put on top our tear tape again and see what we'll have. This is definitely super fun fold to try. If you have stitch rectangle dies, you could try to use different dies, or you could use a cutter to kind of cut inside. If you don't have those dies, but definitely this is must have. So we're removing the tape. And kind of pointing everything in one direction and aligning it in the middle. Still not in the middle. What's wrong with me? I think I got a little bit of tape cut. Disaster. You make sure that your tape is not. All right. See, now I'm gonna stand like this. Okay, now we're gonna take the flower. Again, the idea is that card will be super simple. We're gonna take some gold ribbon. I absolutely love when you could die cut paper. So quick, you don't really need to stamp and color and do all that fun stuff. Okay. Put here. And then add few dimensionals and we are done. My tape is not coming, come on. I always remove tape, otherwise dimensionals will not be sticking. And we're gonna add, let's see. Yep, I think it's good enough. You don't want to go past the card, so you could still nail it. Okay, let's fix my ribbon. Which way? And couple blinks, and we are done, ladies. Ta-da! What do you think? I think this is really pretty this way too. All right, let's see what we did. We did this card. And this is another one with a softer look. The same paper and the same flower die cut. We also made this one, your cherry on top. I will if you go to funstamper.com, classes to go, and if you're interested in my classes, I'm offering this class. We're not gonna make this card, but now you have an idea. You're gonna make 4 more cards. And this is another one, see? And where did I put this one? I also play as my next Fun Creations Club. In February will be Brewed for You. I also design one with beer. All right, plenty of ideas. If you need supplies, visit funstamper.com, shop now. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you learn something new and just give it a try. Dimensions will be posted later, and I hope to see you next week, the same time, Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And until then, happy stamping. Bye!